Market in play.
Black type accountancy British EBF restricted novice stakes over the 6 furlongs. Black and red colours of Life's a Beach is prominent as well. Down the centre of the track, Maybury definitely knows his job with the experience, the striped jacket there, and his prominence in the group towards the centre of the track. There's a group towards the far side as well. Centre of the track led by Maybury though. Then Point Linus in the dark blue and yellow colours who's prominent. The colour change there of Jungle Run, orange sleeves, light blue cap prominent as well. Then Princess Shabnam in the white and red colours. Also towards the left there in the purple is the Charmer. They're just now beginning to group up into one here as they go past halfway. Also prominent today at a time, Life's a Beach being driven along. Arpina, the pale jacket, the far side. Sheepskin noseband grey, Savannah's looking for a run, but not really finding one forthcoming at the moment. Inside the final quarter of a mile they go, and it's Maybury that leads. Princess Shabnam down the centre of the track, she's finishing off well. Then Arpina, followed then by Point Linus and Detail, who got a very bad start, is getting into it late. Down towards the closing stages they go. Maybury the far side, but being taken on by Point Linus, Princess Shabnam, and Detail, who's still motoring home down the centre of the track. Maybury's finding a bit more though. Detail is rocketing home. Detail, Maybury as they go to the line. Detail beats Maybury, followed then by Point.
Market suspended.
Will be a lot longer. Missed the break badly, like a lot of horses do, and you thought that might be a race-losing event. So he chucked onto the end. He didn't pull hard or anything like that, and we'll see the latter part of the race, which he does so well. Maybury, I think, had every chance. He hung a bit in the final furlong. But he'd come there with every chance. He travelled well. He looked the winner entering the final furlong. Once he beat off the challenge of Point Linus, you thought that was just going to be it. But
Manhattanville then into stall for the favourite as he left the stalls. He got a good start though for the Steph Bell, finally qualified as a vet restricted novice stakes. The early pace though with Madame Marmalade from Loose Lips in the purple and green colours. Manhattanville in the white cap racing alongside the free-running Fast Beauty. Vinchenko on the near side in the greys also keen. Just behind them then is Fighting Chance. Outsmart rather, Fighting Chance held up at the back of the field at this stage. Then at the rear of the field, one that's readily outpaced is Premiership. They've already gone through the first 3 furlongs here. Madame Marmalade from Loose Lips, then Fast Beauty, Vinchenko and Manhattanville right up there as well. Fighting Chance and Ruby Red in the Cheveley Park red colours is in touch on the outside of these then as they press on. Wind Palace being driven. Aguilulf, who's racing in about 7th place, is being asked a few questions as well as they race on down inside the final 2.5. Travelling strongly, Madame Marmalade, leading still by a couple of lengths. In second still is Loose Lips. Nothing much happening behind. Where's Manhattanville? Here he comes. The favourite been launching a challenge down the centre of the course under Paul Hannigan, and he's beginning to get there as well. They're up towards the final furlong, and Manhattanville has struck the front, and he's powering clear. He goes up by 2 to 3 lengths. Nothing else is coming. A mile and a quarter.
Market in play.
Poi in the maroon and white took a little stoking up to get a position, but they've jumped out at a fairly leisurely gallop, and Jumbie Breeze in the orange and yellow and Star Approach in the dark blue drop in rear with Harston in a black jacket. And it's Diavolo in the pink and white, the Normandy stud silks, who leads them towards the end of the first quarter mile, with Totally Charming in the mauve and white racing at the leaders' quarters. Poi has recovered well against the running rail, just shading 4th as Fast Steps in the blue and yellow takes 3rd and moves up to apply a little pressure to the leaders. Then Injazati in a blue and red jacket, just better than mid-division, from Piddy's Reflection in the black and grey and Clovis Point in a red jacket closest to the running rail. The Only Way is Wessex, the emerald green is caught out wide to Kiss My Face with a red cap. Harston is towards the rear of the field still with Jumbie Breeze and Star Approach as they make the run towards the exit from the back straight. And it's still only a serene gallop, being set by Diavolo taking this left-hander. Fast Steps is in second, right on the leader's tail, and then Totally Charming on the inside of Injazati, 3rd and 4th. If anything, they steady the tempo even more on the crown of the bend. There'd only be 7 lengths top to tail. So through halfway and heading to the top of the straight, Diavolo from Fast Steps, the first 2 in line for the judge. Totally Charming against the fence, Injazati a little wider out, and wider still The Only Way is Wessex away to the left. Poi with the striped sleeves is pushed along, couple lengths to Clovis Point, Piddy's Reflection on the retreat. Harston out wide in a black jacket making a bit of headway, and then Star Approach and Jumbie Breeze and Kiss My Face has dropped back to be last of all. They're running on down now inside the last 2.5 furlongs, and it's Diavolo against the row with Fast Steps and the blue and yellow mounting a challenge. Away to the left, Injazati, the striped cap, joining in, and then Totally Charming, and these 4 are clear, and it's now Injazati who's quickened up to challenge Diavolo as they they come inside the furlong. Injazati on the near side, wearing down Diavolo. Fast steps back in third, sticking to the task, and then Totally Charming. And Injazati merely having to be pushed out by Louis Stewart, coming home strongest here. From
Market suspended.
With close up in third, Fast Steps, Totally Charming in fourth, and they were clear of Harston, who headed the rest home.
Well, Injazati got a much cleaner race today, and on this faster ground, he has put forth a performance. I must admit, I doubted beforehand whether that run 4 weeks ago was going to be anywhere.
Gates back.
Market in play.
Godolphin Beacon Project Handicap. It's over a mile and a half. There was quite a bit of speed engaged in this race, but the defections just mean it's not entirely obvious where the pace is going to come from. Barari does like to front run, but in terms of competition, bit tricky. Handsome now just follows Barari through in the white and orange. Licit the green jacket towards the outside as we look at them. They're then followed by Spirit Mixer in the purple and light blue. Then the check jacket of Glencora, then towards the rear of the tracks, or the rear of the field, Systemic, and the Thunderer is the back marker, just held up. They seem to be clicking along at a pretty decent gallop here as they make their way through the first couple of furlongs. And it's Barari that leads, the 10-year-old in the hands of Derby winning jockey Adam Kirby, to Licit, the green jacket, in second. They're then followed by Spirit Mixer, the light blue cap, in third. Hanson's just gone back a little bit through the field. Murphy happy just to take a bit of a hold on that one. They're then followed by Glencora, Systemic, who's got a little bit sweaty around the neck there in last but one, and the Thunderer is at the back of the field for Callum Shepherd. So they made the swing now into the straight with around about a mile just under left to go. And it's Barari that leads by about a length or so to Licit, who's racing in second, the dark green. Then Spirit Mixer, who's just tracking Barari through. Then Handsome, the light blue with the red cap, racing in fourth. Then on the inside, Systemic, who races in fifth. Then Glencora held up for a run, as indeed is the Thunderer, as they head on now down towards the final 3/4 of a mile or so. And it's Barari lobbing along nicely out in front to Licit, who's racing in second. These two being the head of affairs throughout. Followed then by Spirit Mixer and Handsome, who's getting a better run than he did at Leicester last time. Then up the inside, Systemic, followed then by Glencora, and the Thunderer still at the rear of the field. Heading on down now towards the final half mile. And Barari still just about the leader, just being nudged and cajoled along though to Licit, the green jacket, in second. Handsome still travels strongly for Murphy. Then towards the right, the check jacket getting into it now, Glencora, but at work. Spirit Mixer is covered up but still travels quite well. Then Systemic and the Thunderer down towards the closing stage as they come now. 2.5 furlongs left to go. Barari the leader but under sufferance. It's opened up nicely for Spirit Mixer towards the near side. Hanson now tries to get into gear. Glencora is staying on from the back. So too the Thunderer. Down towards the final furlong and a half they come. Spirit Mixer the near side goes on. Hansom's not finding a great deal. Glencora is finishing strongly. Inside the final furlong they go. Spirit Mixer the near side. Glencora is trying to throw down a challenge. Hansom stays on as well. Inside the final half furlong now though, and it's Spirit Mixer by length and a half.
The favourite into stride, that Open Mind, he got a reasonable start. Sharp Riposte wasn't the fastest away for the Smooth Radio Northeast Novice Stakes over the straight six. Boondoggle was though, he's out there blazing a trail at this stage, leading by about a length or so. Near side, Sharp Riposte recovering well. Under his straight there, Texas Man in the red cap with the blue and white colours right behind him, just taking a bit of a hold. Close up as well, the blue and white colours of Tricky Business, with Open Mind on the far side there, well in contention. They're being trapped by Lethally Lovely, Texas Man. Brown Jacket of Theoretical, then Sir Duke on the near side. And just ridden along as well, little Emma Lulu, who's just coming under a bit of pressure. She's got quite a pronounced middle distance pedigree. She might find is a bit sharp here as they come up now towards the 2 furlong marker, and there's 3 in a line. Open Mind on the far side, but here goes Sharp Riposte, who picks up quite well here for Luke Morris, approaching the final furlong. Open Mind battling back with Boondoggle, quite close between those two here.
Macta in the shades of blue was pretty slow to get away, and Red Amapola in a red jacket also missed it slightly, as did the grey Snow Bomber. Tara Shock was out brightly, however, in the blue and white, and is prominent as they go to the far corner with Tribal Art and Amaya Rose in the red and yellow closest to the running rail, and it's the filly Amaya Rose who will lead them into the bend. 2 Tribal Art and Tara Shock. Natural colour with the white cap against the running rail is a close fourth, racing freely. And then Noble Patron out wide in a yellow jacket, working back into Last Mission in the dark blue. Red Amapola in the red silks racing in midfield. Greater Love with a white cap, slightly better than mid-division. Moases in the raw blue is held together. Mactus towards the rear of the field with QR Passion and Snow Bomber as they reach the crown of the turn and head on in. So moving down towards halfway, it's a Maya Rose to Tribal Art in a silver jacket, slipstream by Tara Shock. Natural colour towards the far side, the blue with the white cap, and then Noble Patron with Greater Love being bustled along. Moases in the raw blue away to the left, beginning to make some headway. Chased along in touch, Last Mission in the dark blue. The others are struggling. Maya Rose gives way. Tribal Art goes on. Tara Shock and Noble Patron, yellow jacket, come to challenge. And on the extreme left, Moases is making a line of 4. So they come down inside the final 2, and it's Tara Shock now who's moved through to take over. From Noble Patron and the yellow, Moases down the near side. Tribal Art is backing out of it, and then Natural Colour inside the furlong. Tara Shock and Crowley in front, chased hard by Moases, who's inching a bit closer. 50 yards to go. Tara Shock driven out, doubles for Shadwell and Crowley. With Moases in second, it's quite close.
Market suspended.
Natural Colour and Tribal Art was just in behind those.
The Leicester form for Ed gets better and better. And with every runner to emerge from that race, his reputation just heightens, increases. And the shadow that he casts lengthens all the while. Good run from Tarash.
Market in play.
Handicap over the 6 furlongs. Operatic got out well. The light blue with a dark blue cap. Prince of Abington in the pink and yellow also prominent. Walls of Kano, dark blue sleeves is in third. Then Let Me Live My Life, followed then by Akaringa in the 2-tone blue. Great News, the grey, the Godolphin blue is over by the far side rail, and Desert Gulf, as is often the case, is held up there in the yellow and black colours as they make their way through the first couple of furlongs. And the lead is just with Operatic, although Prince of Abington the far side, Walls of Kano in the blue sleeves, followed then by Let Me Live My Life and Asheen Murphy. Then Great News and Akaringa and Desert Gulf is still at the rear of the field. They're past halfway now. They're heading down towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Operatic now just being nudged along. Similar comments apply to Prince of Abington. Then Let Me Live My Life, followed then by Walls of Kano. Akaringa is angling for a run, still travelling strongly. Then Desert Gulf and Great News. It's opening up for that one as well. Plenty of chances inside the final furlong and a half they go. Operatic is still boxing on. Akaringa the centre of the track. Great News. Then Let Me Live My Life. Inside the final furlong they go. It's Akaringa. Great News though is staying on strongly. Operatic is battling back as well. Akaringa, Great News as a race up towards the line. Akaringa held up nicely.
And away they go.
Market in play.
For our feature, the William Hill Seton Delaval Handicap, a Class 2 event. Hartswood began well. Not a breakneck pace through the first furlong, though. They're dawdling a bit. Up in the near side then is Baltic Brown. The yellow headgear between those two horses is Eagle Way. Trying to tuck in behind them, Crownthorpe in the black and orange colours. Zwayan in the blue and white is last but one. And Orban is looking on as they race on at a very steady gallop here through the first 2.5 furlongs down the straight here at Gosforth Park. It's Hartswood and Paul Hannigan in front then. A narrow advantage from the yellow hood of Eagle Way and Jane Elliott. On the near side, Baltic Baron there with every chance then Cam Hardy. Tracking Crownthorpe, Ray Dawson. And then just behind them, Zwayan and the informed Luke Morris for the equally informed Andrew Balding. And on the inner is Orban and David Nolan for the David O'Mara team. Only about 3 lengths would cover these 6 runners then as they race on now towards the final 3 furlongs of the race. It'll be a bit of a sprint for home here. And on the near side, Baltic Baron is getting a little bit closer on the rail to the front running Hartswood. Eagle Way is poised to challenge. Over on the far side, Crownthorpe being squeezed along. Zwayan's being driven. No move yet from Orban and David Nolan creeping into contention as they go past the 2 furlong marker. All to play for here in the Seton Delaval. Eagle Way coming now to tackle Hartswood as they race up past the furlong marker. Hartswood is responding though from Eagle Way. Then Zwayan and Crownthorpe on the far side. It's a desperate finish here. Hartswood though is toughing it out here for Paul Hannigan, and Hartswood is going to get there.
They're off.
Market in play.
Distinction restrained on leaving the stalls, drops in towards the rear. The maroon sleeves and cap. Distinction is the early back marker. Dickens now settling a couple from the back, and it's a steady pace as they go to the far corner with Ballycommon sweeping right around the field in the green and blue to go handy with Smooth Spirit, the pale blue cap, and Muhalel against the rail. Matamua in the blue and yellow tracks them into this left-hander. Then Rono, the white-faced chestnut, who's going to be deepest of all into the bend. On his inner, Arcadian Knights not settling, the striped sleeves and cap pulling very hard. Zhang Fei in a yellow jacket under restraint off this still steady pace. And then Dickens and a length and a half away to distinction as they reach the crown of the bend. So Ballycommon will lead them as they swing in towards halfway. Smooth Spirit against the fence, disputing second now with Matamua. Arcadian Knights a little wider out, and then Muhalel in the blue and white. Ron O on the extreme left, still pulling hard the yellow-jacketed Zhang Fei. Dickens, the maroon sleeves and cap, looking to explore a run close to the rail. And Distinction last in a fairly well-grouped field. They've gone steady here, and this is going to be a bit of a sprint down towards the last 2.5 furlongs. Ballycommon being taken on now by Matamua in the blue and yellow. Away to the left, Arcadian Knights called upon for maximum effort. Then Muhalel in a blue and white jacket, Smooth Spirit towards the far side. Dickens now threading his way through the maroon sleeves and cap as they head on down towards the last furlong. Matamua got first run on the field. Muhalel, white cap. Dickens now beginning to close in as well. Muhalel and Dickens are bearing down on Matamua. Three in a line as they race towards the shadows of the post. Very close between Muhalel
Market
and the
suspended.
Dickens on the far side. Wouldn't like to split them. Matamua close up in third, then Distinction and Zhang Fei. It will go to the judge, and it's a tight finish as well.
It is a photo finish. I thought going past the line it was Muhalel who just had the head down. There it is, close. But it looks like Muhalel has beaten Dickens in a Dickens of a tight finish. And back in third, Matamua, who got the run of the race. Distinction's probably done quite well from stall 10. Zhang Fei was dropped in and couldn't quite get competitive, having raced freely. That's definitely what happened to Arcadian Heights. He was far too fresh on his 3-month comeback. And he was too enthusiastic.
There is the outcome of the photo finish for first place.
Market
First,
suspended.
number 7, Muhalel.
I'll take a bow.
Second,
Alice
number
Haynes,
8.
what an effort that is, Alice Haynes. To get Muhalel claimed out of a Leicester contest when he beat a 16-race maiden. It wasn't a particularly good race, but he was claimed out of that. Tongue-tie blinkers off, tongue-tie cheek pieces on, and getting into a good position from stall 2, very much key. So well done to the trainer, well done to the jockey, getting their positions. It was a slowly run race. Who does that impede? Well, Arcadian Heights, most notably. He's raced far too freely. He's the horse in the red and white stripes.
And away they go, they're racing very slowly away. One of the outsiders, Magna of Illusion, in the Nourish Juggalo Memorial Fillies Novice Stakes. Good speed in the early stages, some subtle beauty. You know, Sheen Murphy, the red jacket of Pollinate. Moonlit Cloud is also prominent in the early stages as well. They're then followed by Montrath or Mountrath in the yellow sleeves, also prominent Shakina. Then towards the near side, Sweet Enough in the pink and the dark blue stripes. Also prominent is Grey Sonata for De Souza. They're then followed in mid-division by Sienna Breeze. And then Malathat, the chestnut there in the first Shadwell colours, just being nudged along a little bit. Then Pearl Bay and making it up towards the rear of the field, also towards the back, the slow starter Magna of Illusion. Then Angel Amadeus, Sweet Expectation, and the one that's hopelessly outpaced is Cambridgeshire as they make their way towards the halfway point and past it now. And it's subtle leads to in second position towards the far side, Moonlit Cloud. They're then followed by Sweet Enough, who's taking aim in third, still travelling strongly. Then Passion Over, the orange jacket nearest to us. Making it up is trying to get a little bit closer. Pearl Bay's making a bit of headway down the centre of the track. Inside the final 2 they go. Subtle Beauty for Murphy, the far side. Passion Over, the only winner of the race, is boxing on. And in between the pair, Sweet Enough is going strongly too. Down towards the final furlong they go. And it's Sweet Enough just...
I'm out of here, man.
Passion Over. Now Subtle Beauty's beginning to flag. Angel Amadea is staying on from the back as well. Inside the final half furlong they go. And it's Passion Over beginning to get up. And it's...
And away they go.
Market in play.
Mick Mack was a little bit slow to stride. We held up for a run though as usual. This then the follow Rebecca Menzies racing on Instagram. Handicap Division 1. Thea out in front then together with Sam Bellamy. They're being tracked then by Ghostly in the red colours. Cheek pieces in third place with Lord Admiral's orange sleeves and noseband. Zealous is just behind them in a line there with Harswell Princess and the black and green of Copac. Then the next James Bond with on the inside then Confrontational, held up to get the trip today towards the back of the field behind Zealous. And also at the back is First Response in the blue and red colours, just tracking Susie Javier in the black sleeves and red cap. This is a more genuine gallop than our feature race by the looks of things as they race on down towards the halfway point. And it's there and Paul Morenon out in front, taking them along from Sam Bellamy. They're about 3 lengths of on the inside Harswell Princess who's in third position, but being driven along. Lord Admirable is next. Ghostly. Look at Confrontational in the all red colours, creeping into it there with some menace on the near side. On the far side, trying to land a blow is Zealous. Micmac is easy into contention, blue with the pink chevron. He's in about 5th or 6th place now. First Response trying to weave a passage as well, and so too is James Bond. They've got to go some to catch Thayer, though, who races inside the final furlong and a half.
I'm out of here, man.
By 2 lengths. Confrontational is in second. Harswell Princess, and then Micmac now moving through into 4th place. Thayer in front here, but beginning to tie up a little bit. Confrontational digging deep on the near side. Harswell Princess on the far side. Thayer and Confrontational to the line. Confrontational gets up to beat Thayer.
Market in play.
Yellow and white a bit slow to get away, and so too out in the centre. Ellen Road Boy in the yellow and pink. Refuge, the beige and red, began brightly, leads them through the first furlong with Tomahawk Ridge in a striped jacket, Harrogate in the pink, Extreme Right, Boudica Bay in the noseband chasing the leaders. Bezos Lad in a black and white jacket in midfield with Have One Yourself in the purple and the lighter of the greys, Lucky Beggar towards the near side. Then working back to Triple J, War Whisper, Red Sleeves pushed along through halfway, and Ellen Road Boy is last of all. It's pink jacket out in the middle who leads them on down towards the last quarter mile to Boudica Bay on the extreme right. Bezos Lad running on in behind him in the black and white. Then Refuge, Have One Yourself towards the near side in a purple jacket is also making progress. On inside the last furlong they come. Boudica Bay has gone to the front from...
I'm out of here, man.
Have One Yourself running on down the near side, and then Refuge and Bezos Lad, but it's Boudica Bay in front. Have One Yourself still running on. Boudica Bay does it.
There, Equiano Springs sweating up has moved into second, then Doulas in third. They're then followed in fourth by Al Badri, and then Amethyst, the blue cap, followed by Kaiser Sose. Then on a session, the check sleeves, Kimmy 5 towards the rear of the field. So too towards the back is No Nonsense, and Sun Power is just about the back marker for Luke Catton as they make their way down towards the final 4 furlongs. And it's Equiano Springs and Tom Quealy early to post, lit up in the race itself, leads by a length and a half or so. The Fox Champion and De Souza, who's taking a nice trail in second. They're then followed by Al Badri in third, followed by Doulas, dark blue. On a session getting a little bit closer. Amethyst is just now niggled along in mid-division. Sun Power tries to get a little bit closer. Kaiser Sose towards the rear of the field. So too No Nonsense. Down towards the closing stages they come. 2 furlongs left to go. And it's Fox in the top weight. Set sails for home. Just about out in front by a length or so. Now down the centre of the track getting into this is Kimmy 5 who's staying on strongly. Then on a session Doulas and Kaiser Sose. Kimmy 5 centre of the track. Fox Champion.
I'm out of here, man.
Far side. Kimmy 5. Fox Champion finds a bit more. Doulas in between the pair. Terrific finish. Fox Champion though over on the far side. Here now comes Amethyst late. Amethyst got there. And now possibly...
Blindfolds off and away they go.
Market in play.
Still slightly awkwardly Meister Zinger, a little bit slow to go there. The follow Rebecca Menzies racing on Instagram handicap. Division 2 is underway. Glorious Rio on the near side showing up well. With Julie Johnson in the raw blue colours, yellow stars. Proclaimer right there in the noseband, right behind them in the black and white diamonds there. That's Paddy Elliott, who's close up in fourth. Wider out then to the recovering Meister Zinger with Musa Harbour in touch. Magical Mile in the yellow jacket. There's then followed by Underpower. Lexington Warfare, pale blue, is held up towards the back of the field with Scota Bears in the black and white with the noseband. Alongside Able Love and Lucy Rules' red cap. Further out to Reedsdale Rebel, who's in touch, travelling okay for Cameron Noble in the green jacket as they come towards the halfway point. The only one that's really struggling, it would seem, is Lucy Rules. Able Love is just being as well. The others travelling strongly. Glorious Rio then together with Julie Johnston. Proclaimer Poise with Musa Harbour on the outside in the white and red colours. Driven hard then is Meister Zinger on the wide outside. On the near side, coming with a run, Paddy Elliott in the black and white. Magical Mile has worked its way into contention in the yellow colours as well. 2 furlongs left to go. Glorious Rio, Julie Johnston with Under Fox bursting between them. On the near side is Magical Mile. Lexington Warfare in the pale blue is leaving it late as well as they come.
I'm out of here, man.
The final furlong. Under Fox over on the far side for Ben Robinson.
Is one of the first to show up. Schefter Troop in the red and yellow handy. Ball and Neil towards the near side. The black cap takes up a prominent position as they rather saunter their way through the first couple of furlongs. And it's Steel and Icon who leads to Schefter Troop, Ball and Neil and Gadbarn. White cap against the rail. Followed there by With Pleasure. And then Tynecastle Park towards midfield in the cheek pieces, shadowed by Zuckerberg in a blue and yellow jacket. They begin this left-handed swing around the paddock turn. Snow a lot, briefly unbalanced on the inner there. Predominantly white silks, racing ahead of Storm in Norman, the hoop cap, and the nose-banded Galaderm. Derham at this stage is among those held up, and Blue Medici likewise, the latter in the blue and yellow. So about 10 lengths would cover the field as they head off inside the last 10 furlongs. And it's Steel and Icon off a steady pace, pulling quite hard in the hands of Rose Dawes, leads by just under 2 lengths. Gadbarn is now heading the chase to Schefter Troop racing on the far side of With Pleasure, that pair 3rd and 4th. A length and a half to Boll and Neal, who's been reined back into 5th place. The Emerald Green Jacket, a half length to Tynecastle Park. Then just over a length away to Zuckerberg, who's wide of Snow a Lot in the white silks. Galaderm, the dark sleeves, is on the inner of Storm in Norman. Derham in the pearl blue is sharing last place with Blue Medici as they go steadily towards the halfway point. And still Steel and Icon tugging away in front. The others in behind in no great haste. Gadbarn against the rail is just second to Schefter Troop in a red and yellow jacket, and then With Pleasure against the fence, working across to Boll and Neal. Slipstream by Tynecastle Park, the maroon and blue buried away. Storm in Norman, the hoop cap wide into the turn, just ahead of Galaderm, and then Blue Medici and Derham and Snow a Lot, just forfeiting a position or two as they went into that left-hander, slightly worse than midfield. But still, no more than 10 lengths cover them as they come inside the final 5 furlongs. Steel and Icon will lead them into the straight to Gadbarn second. Schefter Troop away to the left and With Pleasure closer to the rail. Then Boll and Neal with a black cap to Tynecastle Park. Zuckerberg, Snow a Lot in a white jacket, still weighted with. Derham on the extreme left is beginning to make some headway from the rear, followed through by the nose-banded Galaderm. Storm in Norman shaken up, Blue Medici still in rear, and they quicken inside the 3. Schefter Troop in the red and yellow coming alongside Steel and Icon, and these two have powered on here. They've set the race alight. They've gone 3 clear from Gadbarn with a white cap and then Boll and Neal. Derham on the extreme left, finding it hard work to get on terms. Zuckerberg mustering only the 1 pace, and it's Steel and Icon and Schefter Troop still trading punches on.
I'm out of here, man.
Furlong. Gadbarn, Snow a Lot in a white jacket is now beginning to power home, and here's Boll and Neal thundering down the near side. Steel and Icon, Snow a Lot is inching closer. Steel and Icon pushed all out from Snow a Lot. Steel and Icon wins the game.
Market suspended.
Gates back and they're off and racing rather
Market
slowly
in
away with
play.
Fortune and Glory. Crackling could have been quicker from the gates as well. Good start made by 100 Isles, who's in the maroon and dark blue colours, goes into the early lead. Alabama Boy in the blue and yellow is also prominent. Sheepskin noseband of Enigmatic is followed then by Dogged, who races in 4th. They're then followed by the green and blue of Talbot over the far side. Then the white and black of Crackling, who's taking a bit of a hold. Then Fortune and Glory. The purple of Sir Maxi is just ahead of Turntables at the rear of the field. They've gone through the first couple of furlongs, and it's 100 Isles, who was prominent last time out, is going to reprise those tactics here. Leads by about a length or so to Enigmatic in 2nd, followed then by Alabama Boy in 3rd. Dogged is just trailing the leader there, the white cap in 4th. They're then followed by Crackling and over on the far side, Talbot. Then Fortune and Glory and Ghiani, the white and red colours, followed then by Sir Maxi, and still Turntable at the back of the field in the dark blue and orange.
Oakley dokley.
Their way down towards the final 3.5 furlongs. It's 100 Isles. Marquand looking for a double, just trying to wind things up out in front. Leads by a length or so to Enigmatic in 2nd, Dogged in 3rd. Then Alabama Boy, who's now being nudged along in 4th spot. They're then followed by Crackling and the rest down towards the closing stages. They come now inside the final 2, and it's 100 Isles out in front. The whip is now drawn. Enigmatic and James Doyle trying to draw alongside. 100 Isles, Enigmatic, then Alabama Boy the far side. Dogged is sticking on but can't find a great deal. Then Talbot the far side, down towards the final furlong, and inside it now.
I'm out of here, man.
Boy, the far side of 100 Isles. Talbot is trying to stay on as well. Here now down the centre of the track comes Turntable as well as the race up towards the
Market in play.
3-mile handicap over 7 furlongs. Slowest to start was It Just Takes Time. You'll be held up there on the inside. Military Man's white face showing up well in the early stages. He leads the field then as they cluster on the near side. Elakazam is the one that's taking his time to come over but is joining in now. So Military Man in front then, narrowly from on the outside, then travelling strongly is Mavdar, together then with a line of 3 of Elakazam. Just behind them then is Trevoli with the pink colours then of It Just Takes Time. Just behind them as well, just covered up then, is Retruvai in the light blue colours. Then Johnny Estella Shea Coon's green cap and sleeves. Then on the Tommy Tittlemouse has been held up to get the trip as well. So they're coming up towards the final 3 furlongs. Then on the near side, Military Man still just ahead then as they continue their way down towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Elikazam on the outside has got every chance. Driven hard behind them is Trevoli as they race up now inside the final furlong and a half here. And spread
I'm out of here, man.
And on the far side, it's Elikazam who's just in front that you'd suspect. Trevoli is rallying to the course. Shea Coon is trying to come there with a run as well. Tommy Tittlemouse trying to burst through from off the pace. Shea Coon now has come through to take it up. Tommy Tittlemouse finishing off well, but it's a treble for Paul Hannigan. Shea Coon
In play.
Discover Newmarket offering specialist guided to his handicap over the 5 furlongs. Arif Jan got out really quickly and leads. Lomu is also showing good speed over on the far side. Benefit Street, then Michael's Choice, the orange cap near side, followed by Nebras again, and Centurion Song just huffing and puffing a bit at the rear of the field, rattling on down towards halfway, and it's Lomu that leads in the green sleeves. To Arif Jan in second, Benefit Street the far side in the yellow and black colours, then Michael's Choice the near side. Nebras again getting a lovely toe into this race for Rasheen Murphy, and then Centurion Song. The field down towards the final 2 furlongs they go. Lomu the leader just being punched along. Check jacket of Nebras again now extricated for a run. Then Arif Jan and Benefit Street by Michael's Choice and Centurion Song. Down towards the final furlong they come. Lomu's finding a bit more out in front here. To Benefit Street the far side. Nebras again now down the centre of the track.
I'm out of here, man.
Inside the final half furlong. Benefit Street, Lomu, and then Nebras again racing up towards the line. Benefit Street, Nebras again.
And away they
Market in play.
Away for this Gainford Group handicap over the minimum 5 furlongs. And Miss Nay Never got into stride quite quickly and leads on the near side. Quite keen, Lost My Sock, racing a little bit detached from the main group. Right up there, though. Just behind them in the grey colours is Reedman, followed by Global Response on the near side. Big Thanks in touch in the noseband, and Tantastic is last of all, but well in touch with the main body in the red and yellow colours as they go past the 3 and down towards the halfway point. Not a real breakneck pace, though, for a 5 furlong, you don't think. And on the near side, it's Miss Nay Never, being joined now on the far side still by Lost My Sock, with driven between them Reedman. Tantastic travelling strongly into the race, trying to get a run with Global Response up the near side rail. And Big Thanks hasn't got
I'm out of here, man.
room there on the inside. Anybody's race inside the final furlong here. Miss Nay Never battling on strongly. Now there's a chance on the far side then for Lost My Sock, but Miss Nay Never from Tantastic on the near side. Miss Nay Never gamely.
Market suspended.
Lost My Sock.
They all got away to a pretty good break. A bell shot a little bit slow into stride as they head through the first furlong. Private Signal in the all blue colours is in front. William Buick looking to exploit that one's experience, tracked by Aswan. Also the nose-banded Lady Mac is prominently ridden in the striped jacket. Over on the far side in the white cap and the second colours of Godolphin is Stormy Ocean, who's now just tucked in behind 8 of Diamonds. White colours of Travers in midfield. Near side is Dashing to You, and at the back is Bell Shot, who's now made up a little bit of ground, having been a bit tardily away. So heading more towards the far side. Private Signal travels smoothly in front from Aswan and Andret Seni, and the pushed along Lady Mac. On the near side, Dashing to You being ridden along by Shane Kelly. 8 of Diamonds comes next, then Stormy Ocean over on the far side. In behind is Bell Shot, and Travers has been outpaced as they race towards the final 2. Still in front is Private Signal. Aswan trying to slow down a challenge now on the far side, as is Stormy Ocean as well. They're being chased by Bell Shot as they head to the final furlong. The whip is drawn on Private Signal. Still has the advantage from Aswan in second place. Then comes Stormy Ocean.
I'm out of here, man.
Chased by Bell Shot. Still in front then is Private Signal by about a length to Aswan. Then comes Stormy Ocean in third, and then Bell Shot being driven out towards the line here under William Buick.
Boas pessoal, agora depois aqui de analisarmos as corridas, o saldo de hoje foi 13,34. Não fiz muitas apostas, fiz 19 apostas. Tive um grande green aqui. Comecei muito mal porque estava a fazer outras coisas e acabei por me desconcentrar muito. Praticamente foi isto. Eu agora vou no vídeo da manhã eu explico melhor a gestão de banca que vou fazer, mas na prática vou já levantar metade da banca, vá. Na prática era levar metade na banca. A ideia seria a pouco e pouco ir aumentando a stake e fazer, e a minha stake ser 1 décimo, na prática a minha banca seria 1 décimo a minha stake seria, agora sim, a minha stake seria 1 décimo da banca. Por isso, a banca, a ideia de ser 30, com uma stake de 3. Mas no vídeo da manhã eu explico melhor isto, para não ficar tão longo. Em termos de profit foi isto. Estes 13 euros. Aqui vamos pôr 24. Foi provavelmente o melhor dia até agora, por corrida, 70 cêntimos por corrida. Todas as corridas foram muito positivas, os tipos de corridas, as distâncias praticamente foram todas positivas, menos aqui os Chatef. Foi razoável, foi o melhor dia até agora, na prática. Foi de todos onde tivemos o maior lucro. Agora aqui apontamentos a ter em conta. Apontamento a ter em conta. Aqui estas duas coisas, dois aspectos psicológicos que fazem muita diferença, que para mim, pelo menos, comigo fazem muita diferença. O primeiro é começar só a fazer uma única tarefa. Se a ideia é fazer trades e estar concentrado em fazer trades, fazer corridas de cavalos e não estar a correr de um lado para o outro, a fazer várias coisas ao mesmo tempo, nos intervalos das corridas. Acabo sempre por nunca ficar muito concentrado, por isso é preferível fazer menos ou deixar de fazer o que estava a fazer, mas o que tiver a fazer bem. É mais isto. E depois aconteceu também, por precipitação, entrar primeiro em lei. Como queria fazer um trade super rápido, entrei primeiro em lei, tinha o back colocado na ladder, mas depois pensava que ia ser comido e depois rapidamente fui lá fazer o lei. Acabei por entrar primeiro em lei e não entrei em back, e a odd desceu muito, o que depois fiquei um bocado ali a rezar para ver se a controlar muito, a ver se por acaso o cavalo vinha ganhar ou não, porque caso viesse ganhar era para um lucro do dia que ia todo embora e tinha tentado trabalho para nada, não é? Logo é preciso ter em atenção isto. Por vezes a precipitação acaba por fazer más entradas e esta foi uma delas, por exemplo. De resto, foi só os aspectos assim de terem mais em conta, porque isto agora na prática é sempre quase mais do mesmo, mas é preciso ir praticando e nunca ficar desmotivado por se evoluir muito ou pouco de cada vez. Por isso, por hoje é tudo. Fiquem bem e até amanhã.